I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Colts edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. The Broncos lost this one, but will stay at number 2 in the AFC West. The Texans win yet again this week and keep their impressive streak alive. Steve Smith had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Panthers beat the Bills. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. This week had some big injuries, and we'll get to all of them, but we're going to start right here. Cobb might be the biggest loss on this list. It's reported that he's broken his hip, and if that's the case, he'll be out for the rest of the regular season.
Down in Dallas, in the Lone Star State, we had the Cowboys lose by just a single point. Jets, Dolphins. Ricky Williams
is in the backfield. The ball is at the 40-yard line, and the lead man throws a block, shakes off one tackle, bounces outside it. Now it's a foot race. The 10, the 5, touchdown.
The Dolphins win this one by the final score of 24-17. Over at Edward Jones Dome, we had the Rams lose by 11. The Falcons airmailed 300-plus yards in their victory at the Georgia Dome. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
Kevin Hardy will have a new place to call home as he accepts a new contract. 4 years, $2.7 million.
The Vikings won on the road and will have to travel again next week when they meet the Packers. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Lions pick up their 8th win of the year. Saints, Buccaneers. Jerome Pathon, he's split out at the 14-yard line as they look to get 6. Makes the move toward the middle, and a nice catch at the back of the end zone for 6. The Saints go on to win this by the final score of 24-17. The Patriots won this contest, but will stay at the first place in the AFC East. Ricky Williams stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Drew Bennett had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Titans beat the 49ers. Down in the sunny skies of Arizona, we had the Cardinals win this one to the tune of 13 points. And in our final game, we had the Eagles come away victorious.
All right, Boomer, thanks. Time to check out our playoff races now as December is officially upon us. Let's start it out with a look at the AFC. And now checking things out over in the NFC playoff race. So that's how we stand to this point. Still lots of jockeying left to go as we get this thing sorted out for January. So that'll do it from here. Boomer, we send it back over to you.
That'll do it here for Pivotal Week 14. Things ought to get very interesting over the next 3 weeks, huh? Before we go, my prime-time players' game balls go out to a few gentlemen that are pushing their teams toward the playoffs. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.